It's me, Christiana Gaudet, your tarot fairy godmother. It's Saturday. That means that it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. This is where you ask specific questions and I will give you specific answers. One question per person, please. Let's see what happens. Thanks so much for being here. Special shout out to all of the members and the moderators, and a special thank you. Oh, Justine, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Mother's Day to the fairy godmother of tarot. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind. And thank you, Justine, for being a member and a moderator. All right, let's get going. As you can see, I am working with my weight deck. Have you all seen my review of Pot Tarot? A friend gave me this really interesting deck from Key West. It's not really a review, it's just a flip through, but it's right here on this channel. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's a cool deck. You know, if you're into those kind of things, which many people are, it's cool. And it's you know, even if you're not, it's interesting to see the treatment of the archetype. So I think you'll enjoy it. All right, let's get going. I will take these in the order in which I see them. And remember, specific questions only, one per person, please. All right, the first person I see is Sayoni. Glad you're here. Okay. Do I see you and S getting into a relationship by the end of this year? I feel this in my heart. I just know it, that he's the one for me. But can I trust this feeling? Any guidance would be great. You know, the question is, and you've got a couple of questions here, really. One is this going to happen? But the other is this thing about like how you feel it. And I think a lot of people can really identify with that sense of, I feel it. I know it in my heart. I know it in my gut. My intuition tells me this is it. I know it. And a lot of us have felt that about things that turned out not to be that at all. Like one of the things I say is like very typically the one place where you should never trust what you think is your intuition is when it comes to a longing for love. And so can I confirm that this is the person for you? No, I cannot. Can I deny it? No, I can't do that either. But I cannot confirm it. Now, do I think that the two of you will end up together by the end of the year? I think there is some possibility of it, but there's so many questions here. And I think the big question is compatibility. Is there really compatibility here? And the answer is, I think there could be some nice conversation. But I don't know. I feel like you've gotten yourself thinking like this is the way it is, this is the way it is. I'm not sure that this is the way it is. I'm not saying it's not, Sayoni, but I feel like opening yourself up to multiple possibilities right now might not be the right thing. Okay, Salima, Blue Wine, Spiritual Awakening. Will I find a good man for me? You know what they say about good men, they're hard to find. And, you know, the thing is, there are people that you meet and you're like, oh, there's a good man. And that's like, surprise. No, thought it was, but no. So you have to be careful about that. You know, so it's not only finding the good man, but then recognizing, you know, have you really, have you not? Do I feel like, though, that there will be such a relationship? I feel like there can be if you learn from the mistakes of the past. All right. Yolanda, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Is my supervisor losing her job or being demoted? And should I expect a promotion or more money? All right, let's see. Is your supervisor losing her job? There's something going on there. I don't think she's losing her job. Is her position changing? Not necessarily. There may be some change, but I don't think it's like a punitive one. So maybe a change, yes, but maybe not punitive. Now for you, are you looking at a promotion? Probably right now, not right now. Are you looking at a raise? I would say before too long, there could, like, maybe as we get towards September, there could be a raise. Santiago, so nice to see you. I would like to know how my love life will develop in the near future. What a great question. All right, let's see what we got. I feel like you're going to start talking to someone new, and you're going to feel like this could be a thing, and it might not turn into a thing. But so there'll be some activity soon. But just recognize it may or may not, soon activity may or may not turn into anything lasting, but one way or the other, it could be fun and interesting. Adriana Belange, so nice to see you. What can you tell me about my new work colleague, Jillian O'Brien? Can she be trusted? Would we work well together? Okay. I think there's ways she can be trusted, there's ways she can't. So you want to be careful until you get to know the ins and outs there. Do I think you will work well together? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. The advice here is to really sort of set the tone for how things are and how communication is. You set the tone and let her fit into it. Let her fit in to your expectations as much as possible. And be careful, wait, don't make any judgments until you really see how she works. There's some ways it's great and some ways it's not. Once you figure it out, it'll be okay. All right. Ali Mammon, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What does my spirit team and the universe regarding my career choice, as well as the daily work and self-study needed for it? Any specific advice to put into action? Okay. So career choice and the daily work and to get there. Career choice and getting there. The problem is it feels like you don't know how to get there. Like, it is a good career choice. It is good. But it takes a lot to get there, and it may not be a clear path. It may not be just like, okay, do this, take this test, apply for this job, you're good. It feels a lot more intricate than that. So it is possible to get to where you need to go. But the thing is, it's difficult, it's intricate, and some of it you may have to invent for yourself. Teresa, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Thanks for being a moderator. Should I go on a trip with a friend and our kids to Virginia Beach in June? I've never been. Oh. Okay, so Teresa, if you go to Virginia Beach, you must go to the Atlantic Research Center, which is Edgar Cayce's center. If your friend's not interested, leave the kids with the friend. If your friend is interested, bring everyone, but make it short because it'll be boring for the kids, but so interesting for you. Anyway, here we go. Should you go on this trip, now that I've told you what to do while you're there, should you actually go? And the answer is, as much as I had a nice fantasy about it, you may not be into it. The time, the money, the energy, it sounds great on paper, but in practice, let's see. I feel like if you don't go, you're going to regret it, but if you go, you need to set some pretty clear boundaries. That's what I got to say about that. All right, Justine, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. And thank you for the super chat. Which of the following would be most beneficial for me to focus on for improving my emotional well-being right now? developing new friendships, strengthening existing friendships, actually trying to start to date again, or working on finding a new therapist. I'm not sure these things are mutually exclusive. I mean, it might be all of the above. Okay, so developing new friendships, but you can't be like going out of your way, like, I gotta make friends, I gotta make friends. You just have to be open. Be open to making new friends. Existing friendships, it depends who you're talking about. Some of the existing friendships should just stay the way they are and appreciate them for what they are. Dating, I think you have to be at peace with the idea, and you have to be at peace with yourself. And if you did start dating again, you could make some new friends, you could meet some weird people, you could get laid. And somewhere in there, you might actually have a decent relationship, but I would go into it looking for the experience more than looking for the partner, and just see what happens. And then finding a new therapist. I think you need a new therapist, and it's got to be the right therapist. You know, it's got to be the right one for now. But I think finding the new therapist is the right thing for right now, and you'll be really glad that you did. Febborn, Soothing Saturday to all. Yes, indeed. Thanks for being here. How can I attain emotional and spiritual balance? Let's take a look. So emotional balance, understand that people who have hurt you in the past, most of the time it wasn't out of malice, that just people are where they are, and you got to deal with people where they are. Recognize these are both major arcana cards, and they're adjacent. So emotional and spiritual balance at this time is very, 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 very important. And they go together. You're not going to have one without the other. And you have to have complete, total, and radical self-acceptance. I'm going to say it again. Complete, total, and radical self-acceptance. Because once you accept yourself, you can accept others, and you can accept the things that other people have unwittingly, inappropriately done to you. Spiritually, you have to stand, you have to study and learn and grow. Stand firm in your faith, but be willing to learn. Those are the things, and that's pretty powerful. Hey, Janine Barnes, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Shall I get away to Newquay with my boyfriend at the end of the month? I told him I wasn't going as things have been a bit tense. Would I enjoy it if I went? So if you went, no, I think you were right, man. I think the boyfriend is offering, I think, is a way to try to make things better. But I think you're thinking it would be better to make things better first if we're gonna. Like, before we do this elaborate thing, let's just sit down and have a cup of coffee and see what we can work out. Would be better, right? Quinn Kalharius, nice to see you. Ashley, nice to see you. Will I be able to make the trip to Vegas for Memorial Day weekend? Sounds like fun. Will I be able to make the trip to Vegas for Memorial Day weekend? No guarantees. And you won't know until the last minute. Yes or no, maybe, but no guarantees, my friend. Be prepared for not. All right. Oh, Febborn, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. All right. Okay, Quinn Kilharius. What approach should I take in this situation with MA? There should be a little distance. There should be some adherence to the truth. There should be good communication. You should stay grounded. You should remember the facts of the past. And you should want the right thing to happen for everybody. It feels serious. All right. Adrija, nice to see you. Oh. So I've started talking with this guy. His name starts with D. How will things unfold between us? Do you see any potential, and what should I do and not do? So exciting. Okay, let's take a look. So when we look at D, so interesting. He's certainly hardworking. I feel like he's not the kind of guy who's going to just like jump at any girl. I feel like you have made yourself interesting to him. He is finding you interesting. And he's, as I said, he's not interested in just anyone. But the key is going to be keeping his interest. I feel like he's the kind of guy that can get really caught in his own head and just not be present. So the question is going to be, how present can he be? I think he's smart. Do I think there would be compatibility? Maybe yes. What should you do? I think just talk to him and learn about him and just kind of like let him set the pace, but be consistent. If he lags, you keep the pace going at the same timing that he's set it, and let's see what happens here. I think there's potential. All right. And thank you for all those hearts. All right. George, do I see you going to prison or jail after a case against you? No, I don't. I do see this as very stressful, but I don't think that's what we're looking at. No. All right. All right, let's see. Oh. And Adrija, there's more, because there's also a guy named A. Guy named A? I don't know. I think I like D a little better than A. They're both sort of interesting, though. Okay, Waladki. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Do you think I will find a partner this year? I've been talking to this one guy, but I don't know if it will go anywhere considering it's long distance. Okay, so the guy you're talking to right now, there is a real interest there. There really is. I think it's possible that the guy you're talking to, that you could find a way to make it work. I realize that sounds weird, but I think it is possible. Now, in general, do I see a partnership for you with that person or anyone? I think you have to figure out what is or is not going to happen with this person first before you figure anything else out. So try to figure that out, and maybe there's a potential there. Claire C., thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Oh, my friend, you have really been through it. My older brother had a heart attack on Thursday. I am so sorry. So sorry. Will he be coming home soon? I think it's going to take some time. I think there's a whole rehabilitation thing that's going to happen. I don't necessarily think it'll be soon. Not forever, but not immediate. I'm so sorry. I think he will heal, but I think it's going to take time. All right, Caroline, Smile Soul 20, Denise, nice to see all of you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being members here. Next question is Lydia. BF is studying to become a prison officer. Will he pass the exam? His financial situation is stressing me out so much, even more so than my own. I understand completely. Completely. All right. So, boyfriend, I mean, this is the way. Yes, he's on the right path. Boyfriend is on the right path. We just have to hold out and let him get there. This is the right thing for him to do, and I think it's going to go the way you want it to. Lisa, Allie Mammon was there twice, so I got her the first time. Thank you. So yeah, I think you got to just hang in there, but this is the right path and it will go well, Lydia, in the long run. Aria Wilson, would I be happier at any of these jobs I'm looking into than where I am currently? Not necessarily. I think it's fine to keep looking, but the ones you've seen so far, I'm like, yeah, no, meh, not necessarily. Hey, Jake5345, who is Robin? Thanks for being here. All right, you are just looking for a message, and here it is. The thing that I feel something here about travel. I feel like there is some opportunity coming for travel that's going to feel really good. It's going to involve visiting someone you haven't seen in a while or a place you haven't been in a while, but have a connection to, and that's going to feel great. So I'm looking forward to that for you. Denise Woods, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. When will things improve and how? Oh my goodness. The thing is, I don't think they will improve. I think you'll have to improve them. And the way to improve them is to really look at what the problems are and figure out what the fixes are. You know, some of it is health. Some of it's financial, but I feel like the financial would be fixed if the health could be fixed. And the health could be fixed if some attitudinal and logistical things could be fixed. So I think that's where you start. Jeannie Mnuchin, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm in a quiet period where I'm following impulses for connections through various outings rather than actively seeking work. Will this listening and wandering reveal results? And what results? I love this. I love this. And thanks for using members only emojis. All right. I think this listening and wandering will bring you to where you have always wanted to be, and it is the right thing at the right time, yes. It will take you exactly to where you want to go, to the connections that you actually want to have, because you're now seeking those connections on a deeper level because you're letting the universe bring them to you. Cool, right? Now that you've tilled the soil, you know, you had to till the soil first, but now that you've tilled the soil, it's the right thing. All right, Lisa Harmon, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Is there anything specific that my ancestors want me to know? Yes. When you learn to use your voice to see and know and speak the truth for yourself, you are doing it for all of them who were unable to do so. All right, hang on one second here. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Okay, so hang on a minute. Yeah. Okay, Gina Rutledge, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. How will my son and his family make out with the mold issue going on with the home they are renting? Oh, I am so sorry. Oh. How will this go? I think it's going to take forever. I think they're going to have to be like really, really diligent to get the landlord's attention to get it fixed. They will get it fixed. It will be okay, but it's going to take time and it's going to take diligence. Okay, Summer Roy, thanks for being here. I will get to your question in the order that I see it. So putting it in more than once is not going to get me any quicker. Okay. All right. Leslie Jones, nice to see you. Do my spirit guides have some message about my health? I've been treating my knee consistently for months now, but I still have so much pain. I'm so sorry. I feel like there's something that's not being seen or not being done. There needs to be more research, more diagnostics. They're missing something. Go find it. Carolyn McLaughlin, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Since my account was hacked on the 1st of May, so sorry, I've been very anxious, waking in the middle of the night feeling like I can't breathe. Can you please ask the cards, will this pass soon? Well, I understand it. You've been violated. I mean, our online presence is like so much a part of who we are. You know, it totally makes sense. And I think you need to do an energy thing. You need to do an energy work to collect your energy. Honestly, your energy through this, a piece of your energy literally has been taken from you. You have to breathe and think about gathering your energy back. I'm taking my energy back. I'm putting it in. I'm consolidating my energy. I'm protecting my energy. That's what you need to do. And if you do that, then yes, this will pass. Hey, Joanne, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Will I ever find someone? Let's take a look. Well, it has to be a grown-up, not a child. And I don't mean that in an inappropriate way. I just mean you need someone who can take care of themselves and doesn't need a mommy. You need someone who will be a good friend to you. Yeah, I do think it will happen. I do think it will happen. Do I think it is someone that you already know? I don't think so. When do I think it will happen? It's not today. It's not today, but it's not really, really far off. Is there anything you need to be doing in order to help make this happen? Just know that it can, know that it can, know that it will. Just be open to the possibility. Yeah. Okay, Smile Soul 20, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. My question is, will I get my happiness back? I am so sorry. We are all sending you so much healing energy right now. And yes, you will. And I'm wondering if you have any connection with animals. If you have an animal, if you have a friend with an animal, if a connection with an animal might help you. But yes, you will get your happiness back. And the key is really looking at the things that are making you unhappy. And if any of it is anger, recognize that the anger might be justified, right? And that might make you feel better. Hey, Karen Tillich, TK, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We miss you so much here. When you went away, you left a hole that no one else could fill. So it's almost 3 years since I left my engineering career back in Florida and the USA. Will I be able to revive it here in Canada? It's going to take a minute, but yes, you'll find the right person who will hire you, and then it'll be fun, and then it'll take off and be great. Yes. Martha Vink, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm struggling with resentment toward the pastor I followed who left a royal mess, then unfriended me and recently died unexpectedly. It's all so complicated. How can I release my bad feelings? And so, of course, to make this whole thing, right, this is a person known to me. I knew her when I was a teenager. We were in the same church together when I was a teenager. And I know she was a good friend to you. So the unfriending was not just performative social media. The unfriending was real thing because at one time you were real friends. So, and here you are sort of helping your congregation through their grief because their last pastor has passed on. So they're going to have grief about that. So how do you handle all of this? You recognize how hard it is. And how hard it is when a friend dies when you have unresolved issues. I think that's where we have to start, Martha. Because, you know, when we have a friend and things get weird, and that can happen, we always hope there'll be time to repair or create understanding or have a conversation or clear the air. We always hope there'll be time. And when they die, I mean, on a spiritual, esoteric level, yes, we know there will be all of time eventually. But right now, the opportunity for that is gone. And I think that's really where you're sitting. And what you need to know just about what happened between the two of you, I believe that she was really suffering. I think that, I don't know if it was physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but before she died, she was suffering. She died suddenly, but she was not well. And I think the way she left a mess, the way she was unresponsive to you and ultimately cut off your friendship was part of her unwellness. And I don't think we know exactly what that unwellness was. If it was, we would have tended to it. But she didn't know either. And so some of this feels so out of character. And so recognizing it as unwellness, as the result of unwellness. And so you handle your grief. You find compassion due to unwellness. And then you begrudgingly, but not quite resentfully, go ahead and work on cleaning up the mess and doing what you have to do. And you don't feel guilty about being human and having a little bit of begrudging energy around it. So move the needle from resentment to begrudging. Try that. Oh, Teresa, you used to be roommates and it didn't end well. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Eli, thanks for being here. Should I pursue law to become a diplomat, international human rights lawyer? Someone needs to. Let's see. Should it be you? Yeah. And it feels very personal. It feels like you have a personal calling to it or some personal lived experience that inspires you toward this. And it's very real. So yes. Swati, nice to see you. I want to relocate for my career, and I'm trying very hard for that. When will I relocate, and when will I get happiness? As the last 3 years was really hard. I worked hard but never got success. So let's see what we got here. You can't, you may need to change your tactic, and I think the relocation is a great idea. I love the relocation. This will work. The relocation will work. It's a very, very good idea. It is a change of tactic. And so when will you be able to do this? I think within the next 3 to 9 months, you should be able to, and I think it will be good. I feel good about it for you. Hey, Bhakti Shakti, so nice to see you. Where in Florida are you? Would love to see you while you're here. We're in Palm City. Thanks for being here. I'm going to New York next month, but don't want to live with Ron again. Anything show up for clarity? Well, the question is where do you want to live? And you can always stay mobile. Like none of this is necessarily about putting down roots anywhere. It's just about where am I going to be for right now? And I think, in terms of the relationship issue, I think the relationship issue is some communication has fallen apart and some pig-headedness has arisen and maybe some selfishness as well that you're really not liking. And so I do think you should take some time and some space. Whether this is permanent or not, who knows? We've done this before. And I don't think, I think you can just sort of say, okay, where do I want to be next and be there and let it unfold over time. Caroline McLaughlin, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks, Christiana. I appreciate you so very much. Well, I appreciate you as well. Very good. Very good. All right. Here we go. Ren Geronimo. Asking for a reconciliation for my husband this year. Let's take a look. There'd have to be some real communication and some real advancement and maturity for this to work. I could see you trying, but I feel like there's some ongoing problems that have not yet been resolved, and it's probably important to be aware of that. Janine, would I say avoid going in case there are arguments? That's up to you, but maybe, yeah, maybe. Okay, Soma Roy wants to know if this person loves you. Does this person love you? I think you have a lot of anxiety about it. I think this person is interested and has some feelings, but I don't know if I would define it as love specifically, but definitely some interest. Okay, Kanchan Verma. Today I bursted out with anger due to family constantly trying to stop me from doing my stuff, blocking me. Sister got shocked by seeing it. She thought it's maybe due to the retrograde. Well, I mean, I think it's been building up for a long time. The retrograde makes it worse. But, I mean, it's going to happen because this is hard for you and you're working for this situation to change. Sometimes you lose your temper. And yes, the retrograde might make it worse, but this has been hard on you for a long time. And I think, this is not about bad behavior on your part. This is about what is causing this for you. And I think the thing to say to your sister is, I feel like doing this every day. Mercury retrograde made it harder to keep a lid on it. But this is not like how, I'm feeling this way on the inside no matter what. Jenny, am I the drama? I've been reflecting about my friendships and there's always something annoying me. Since everyone can't be the problem, is it me or should I find other friends? I think you don't know what to do with annoyance and you don't know what boundaries you should have, like what's annoying and what's egregious. I think, it's always good to find new friends. I think some of your friends are good, some of them maybe not so much. But I think you have a hard time, like, okay, some things are annoying, but we love the person and we deal with it because we're all annoying in some way. And some things are egregious or toxic for you, and you don't want that. And I think you've never been given the agency to figure these things out and figure out what these boundaries are and what it feels like for you. And that's what you have to figure out. Does that make sense? Oh, Jake5345, you are going to California to see the redwoods. That's right. I remember that. Oh my gosh, that's so good. All right. Morgana the Great, so nice to see you. Things have been weird in my relationship for a while. Oh no. We are both tired and distant. How will this play out and can it be fixed? Let's take a look. I think you both need some personal healing yourselves, and you need some time apart, you need some time together, you need some healing, you need some conversation. It could be fixed for a while, but I feel like there's some core things here around compatibility and behaviors where in the long run this may not be the thing. And whether you're ready to make that change now or not is up to you, but there's that. Okay, Baby Cakes, nice to see you. How long will it take to find another car? Is it going to be a good one? The car saga continues. I need to lose the totaled one. Unfortunately, I feel so down because of my old car and overwhelmed by the search. I know, it's so hard. It's so hard. Oh my gosh. But here we are. It's going to take a minute and you're going to feel like you're not going to be able to find one. But then you'll find one that makes you really happy. So just keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. You need a miracle car. We all know about those miracle cars. Keep looking, you'll find one. The Moon Chariot, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Tina, can I ask the question, is Robert avoiding me because he's seeing someone? There's something going on there. I mean, I don't know if it's because he's seeing someone or because he's upset with you or there's things weird between you. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely avoiding you for a reason, I can tell you that. Elizabeth, will I have a business name before the end of the month? I think you're getting there. Yeah, I think that's pretty likely. Yes, yes. All right, my friends, from my perspective, I've come to the end of the questions. Did I miss anyone? Members, we have a members-only live stream coming up this coming week. I think it's Wednesday. The link is already up. I'll make sure it's in your face in all the places. So make sure you plan on that. I will look forward to seeing you. I'll be back Monday morning. Happy Mother's Day to all. I will be in the office for some time tomorrow. I might pop on for a Mother's Day live. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I'll be back Monday morning. Happy Mother's Day to all. And I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you all so much. Take really good care.